Conversations with Rick and Eric.
So, no, what I hate the most, when people, if you're in the grocery store, when people try to keep line with you, like you'll stop and look at something and then they'll stop like a quarter inch ahead of you and stop and they'll take up that side so you can't get around. So you're just kind of like, hi.
Yeah, and they're oblivious to the fact that
Yeah.
you're fucking standing there.
So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll move my thing to the side of the thing that I'm looking at so they can go around. They don't. They sit there, still taking up both lanes of the aisle. And they just did this for 3 things. And finally, I got tired of it. And I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm just stuck behind you for a while there, aren't I? And she just looked at me, like, how dare you speak to me? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. This is going to be the second time. To quote the late and great Ludacris, move, bitch, get out the way.
On that note, welcome everybody to Amityville Studios. I'm Eric. Rick's here, and we're gonna do another episode in the daytime.
It's fucking weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, I had to leave a light off so it seemed maybe like it was dark outside.
No. I don't know. Well, it'd be easier for you to talk about the things we got to talk about today.
Oh yeah, the thing's still freaked me
I
out.
was just scrolling through our text messages, aka show notes. And I saw the picture and I'm like, oh damn, that's still out here.
Yeah. So, periodic episodes all the way up until Halloween. We're gonna have spooky episodes. We talk about all spooky shit and Halloween shit and whatever else, and we'll watch something spooky. And yeah, we won't do it every episode because I feel like we'll run out of shit and it'll get fucking boring.
We won't. I'll find things.
But at least every
Maybe
other,
it'll be a different spooky thing. When we say spooky things, there's lots of stuff that's spooky.
yeah,
Like home invasions are spooky.
Yeah.
Ghosts are spooky.
life is spooky in general.
So we got a comment on the Instagram post that you just put. Like, DM us what you think we should do for spooky season. And it says to read scary stories that tell in the dark, like one of those stories. And I'm like, I've got a better idea. I'm going to read you guys a real, true, spooky story that I've made up on the spot. You ready? I can do it right now. I just made it up.
Okay.
So, one morning, the millennial woke up. He noticed he had slept through his alarm, which all 3 of them were now beeping. He had 7 missed calls. While he was getting ready, he walked outside and noticed that he had a flat tire from out of nowhere. While he did that and was waiting for his Uber to come pick him up, he noticed he had a past due bill in his mailbox. And that was the scoopiest.
The scoopiest,
That was the spookiest thing that's ever happened. Follow me for more. I kind of pissed myself off at that one. I'm like, oh God, slept through your alarms. That's like everything I'm terrified of in real life.
Oh, yeah. I have like 6 alarms, so I try not to do that.
I have 3.
Yeah, I think I have... No, I'm for sure I have like 6.
I have I don't think I can say it. Do you have the G word?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
If we say it, it goes, I didn't quite get that.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, so I'm not going to use the G word. But I have the G word.
Uh-huh.
So that's my main one. I yell at it before I go to bed, like, oh, set an alarm.
Oh.
And then I also have my phone, but then I have the backup one. And so when I know I'm hearing, because I have 2 separate ringtones for it, I know if I'm hearing the second one, I'm fucked.
But yeah, so for spooky season, the one main thing that we did is we watched The Haunting on Finn Road, The Devil's House.
Yeah.
Made by Prozac, which I can't remember his real name. He uses his oh yeah, it's Steve.
Schiff.
Oh yeah, okay. Good
I
enough.
remembered.
At least one of us did. And so yeah, that house is not too far from here. It's literally like maybe 3 miles up the road. I did not know that it existed there. And apparently it is haunted as fuck.
But I don't know about haunted as fuck. I think we just have some white people doing white people shit.
Well, there was that, but it's haunted as fuck.
Well, yeah. It is haunted because of the way people do and way people shit.
Yeah. So what he does is, I don't know if anybody's ever watched like Ghost Adventures and shit like that. What was the other one that you used to watch?
It's Ghost Hunters was the first one.
Oh yeah. So goes and takes all that paranormal investigation gear out to the house and does a bunch of shit. They found out that apparently people were doing fucking devil worship shit in that house.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Although they did find those random fucking tarot cards
Tarot cards aren't demonic.
all over the place.
I have 3 sets of tarot cards in my house.
But yeah, during that,
Literally not even a response.
I'd be more freaked out about the Ouija board.
Oh no, that doesn't come in my house. No.
They have like a whole Ouija board section at the fucking Halloween store now.
I seen it, and that I'm like, how wild would it be? Like you just summon a demon, just be like, oh, check out this dinner tray I have with a planchette.
Yeah.
Not only can you have guacamole, but a demon.
Right.
A guaca demon. Never mind.
But they had like fucking trays that had like the Ouija board on it, and they look like fucking like my rolling tray. And I'm like, oh shit, Ouija board rolling trays. You just summon some fucking old stoner demon or some fucking old stoner ghost while fucking rolling something.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
He'd be like, listen, bro, you're rolling it to the left a little too much.
But yeah, they had a whole bunch of shit happen. They brought in some medium.
Like, I completely missed the fact that they called her a medium. And I'm just like, how does this girl know everything? And you're like, Rick, it's because she's a medium.
That she was all nervous to go to the house, so she was there, felt all fucking tweaked out and shit, like something was angry. Then they had the chick that did the writing.
That's not how you do automatic writing either, by the way, the way she was doing it on there.
Oh, how are you supposed to?
So literally, you get the piece of paper out. I'm trying to describe it for the folks at home. So you get a blank piece of paper, and you put your pen real loose in your hands, and you put it on the paper and just kind of let it free. And the way it air quotes works is they're supposed to move your hand so that way it gives you the message. And more than once you see this girl just like hate, anger. It's so angry and just like underlining it with 3 times. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
She did that too when they asked if he was summoned there, if whatever was summoned there.
Oh, yeah.
And she wrote yes with a bunch of fucking things
Yeah.
underneath there, because there was the spooky thing in the fucking basement.
yeah, that's just some dumb people doing dumb shit. You see something that's like, hey, I'm going to promise you this thing, but you got to let me in.
Yeah, the basement was fucked. They had like traps and shit all on the walls.
They have a bone room, guys.
Oh yeah, there was fucking bones everywhere. Like, I don't know why, if he's like putting shit together as a puzzle, but yeah, there was fucking bone, like
Yeah.
animal bones everywhere.
And I think you're thinking, Eric, you're being a little over dramatic. There's no way there can be that many bones. No.
Watch that shit.
Yeah. There were like coal mines where people haul shit. Just bones.
Yeah.
If you were moving it and you had to put it in a box, this would just say Misk Bones.
Right. It looked like those hallways or those old fucking things in, what is that, France, where the fucking tunnels
Oh,
are made
yeah.
out of bones and shit like that.
My friend Martin more than once is like, do you want to go to France with me and just go into the catacombs? And I'm like, fuck no.
But yeah, there was a thing in the basement that fucking shoved him when he was down there. That was the thing that fed off of hate.
Oh, yeah.
Was it the same? Now, was that the same thing that was upstairs?
So, I don't know.
There was There was something that was upstairs and something that was in the basement, and they called it the man that walked on all fours, or
Yeah.
she randomly called it the man that walks on all fours.
Yeah.
And when they were upstairs, they also found out that it speaks German. So they brought in some chick
Yeah.
that spoke German, and she was speaking German to it, and it started fucking freaking out. And at one point, you could actually hear this thing fucking growl.
It was like,
And like loud when she freaks out and like takes off. But I don't know if the same thing upstairs was the same thing that was downstairs.
they never really like connected the dots with anything. They're just like, hey, there's some wild shit here. I didn't know they were there for like 6 months doing this.
Oh, you said it was 4.
Oh, regardless.
Yeah.
But wow, that's a long time to do anything. Like, I would lose interest after about a week. Like, all right, yeah, it's not much is changing here, and people kept breaking in.
Yeah, but not taking anything.
Yeah.
And or like smashing their vehicles, like they were trying to either fucking scare them away so they would fucking leave, and like they were trying to hide some shit or whatever. I don't know, but and then what else? Oh, that dude killed himself in the fucking upstairs. In
Why
that
do you?
house.
Why do you want to like? Because they're just like, hey, guy that killed yourself. I know you're probably bummed and all, but let us know you're here. No, fuck him. Let him stay there.
Yeah.
Like, if he wants to, he's had a hard enough time. Let's leave him be, shall we?
In which we later, I think, see him, which fucking still has.
Well,
me
oh my
all
god,
freaked
what
out.
was that guy's name? Was like something insane. That researcher guy, that the black researcher guy, which I'm like, there's a black guy looking for ghosts. I didn't know that existed.
I don't know. Oh, damn it! He had a funny fucking.
He
name.
did. Pause it. We have to find out what this guy's name is.
Well, there will be an audio clip inserted of my reaction to something during this.
Oh, you can find it. Then. Yeah.
But anyway, while he's looking up the dude's name, he had this whole technology thing where they go through their like film and it uses digital code to like find things that you can't see with like your naked eye and stuff. And one of them was kind of stuck with one of the stories that they told where the one lady's dad who took a shot at something that he thought he saw, he was freaking out the one day because he said some little Mexican girl kept running up to him and speaking a bunch of Spanish, and then she'd run off into the corner and hide, and he would just be like, what are you saying? And when they were going through the footage and he found what looks like literally a little what could be taken as a Mexican girl, like her outline, kind of her face and shit, and it's all just digitally processed. It's not like they slow down the film, but the other one that they did, they slowed down the film, the one that freaked me the fuck out. What was his name? Did you find it?
Nope.
Oh.
Because it's only one little piece in the, and I'm like, researcher, people in Hunting on Finn Road, and it's like
1,000 fucking things.
it's just like, hey, remember that movie? And I'm like, yeah, we watched it. He had a funny name, and now I'm pissed off that I can't remember it. From now on, whenever we go, I'm going to bring my notepad whenever we do this, so we can...
But the other one that freaked me out, which I will insert the audio clip of my reaction because I had the fucking thing running the whole time. He said this one they didn't even do any digital stuff to. They just kind of slow the video down when they first walk in the house and the door opens and they slow it down. You can see what literally is a fucking dude's face and like his kind of creepy hands. But when you look at it, it looks like a fucking caught in purgatory fucked up version of the dude that fucking killed himself. And that's what I think it is like home dudes. And I think whatever the fuck the demon is that they let that whoever invited him inside, because they were saying before he was outside, or he was saying that he was outside, because they had photos outside that had random black fucking shit like in the photo.
Yeah.
And at some point somebody was like, hey, come on in and fucking haunt my house. And
it's like Pimp My Ride, but way worse.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if it's because they put the fucking spell on the land so the basement wouldn't flood. That's what conjured that thing. So it was outside, and then they're like, oh, hey, come on in.
That's not how that works.
But, yeah, so anyway.
Listen, their protection spell worked.
Oh, yeah.
When they had a whole ass, like, one of the eaves troughs fell down on one of the power lines and burnt a whole ass ring around the house. And you're like, listen, they were trying to protect that house, yo.
Yeah. What was fucked up about it, though, is like the fire investigation people came out to look, and you can see the line where the fire burnt, but then there's parts of the houses where the fire would have touched the house, and the house didn't burn. Like, nothing happened to the house.
My theory is it's one of two things. It's either a protection spell of like, hey, let's make sure the basement doesn't flood, or like, something's in here, and we don't want it getting back out.
Yeah, I don't...
Either way, whatever they did it hella worked.
Yeah.
But no, the thing on all fours is the only thing that mildly creeped me out the whole time. Like,
it was such a random way to describe it, just too.
Well, not that I'm a professional or anything, but I've seen a lot of spooky shit, and I have ADHD, so I've researched a lot of things that it could have been, And the only thing I can believe it to be, I don't want to say exactly what it is because I don't want people to research it because that stuff's wild anyway. Schwild?
Super wild.
Yeah, I'm saying we're all messed up. It's during the day. Like I feel like it's nothing. Anyway, so there are these entities out there that have existed since things have existed, and they're very much tied to the earth. And it's like when we watched that other documentary with they were like you kept saying it's Native American shit. There's forces that I don't think we're ever gonna know what it is, and they worship them to the point of not so much worship in the fact that they knew that they existed. But there's rules, and a lot of them, they offer you something big, like, hey, everybody in that family had experienced loss or tragedy, financial strife. So what these things do is they're going to go, hey, I know you've been going through a real hard time there, babe, but if you let me in, I got you.
Oh, yeah.
And they prey on you when you're at your weakest. And then once they're let in, they can't get out. Like, you can't kick them out because whoever was in there was like, hey, it's fine. And then those are the ones that feed on fear.
Yeah.
You can get them out of there, but it's really messy. You'd probably have to burn the house down, which good luck.
I thought about using that dude's face for the thumbnail of this, but it'd be too fucking freaky. I wouldn't be able to go back to the fucking episode, and I'd just be tweaked out about it.
See, what's funny is I wish we could do watch-alongs. Could be a lot of the times you're just like, fuck that. And I'm just like, ghost.
Well, yeah, and then I try to find the fucking... that dude Steve went down in the basement by himself, and I was so sucked in the fucking car drove by, and I fucking turned to swing, like I was like, oh, fuck. He was all freaked out, so... Anyway.
The other guy named Steve was in it, too, from original Ghost Hunters. Steve Gonsalves.
Yeah.
Steve's the man. Shout out Steve. Like, I'm going to tag him and shit. I love him.
Yeah, he did that shit where he tapped on the wall and the thing responded. Yeah. So that was super. And they had that loud ass thump and a bunch of other shit. And he was like, yeah, I would suggest calling the clergy a church of some sort.
Like, that could help. But I'm in touch with demonologists and stuff. If that doesn't go the way you want it to, let me know.
Yeah.
Like, what now?
Yeah. So, and I know that I'm pretty sure there's people living there currently. So I'm wondering if they had someone come in and fucking try to clear that house out and it's fine now, or if they're just fucking dealing with it and it's still the same.
Shit's a gold mine, though.
Yeah.
Every Halloween, come tour the haunted house.
Like, part of me wants to just go there and be like, do you guys still hear shit or no? Just that's all I want to ask you. Yeah. I don't want to do an interview. Be like, do you guys still deal with shit? If they're like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm out. I just was curious. If they came. They should do like a part 2 to like show if they actually came and fucking cleared the house out or not.
Good. Yeah, I'd watch it. But I watch most of that stuff.
But yeah, you can rent that movie on Amazon. It's like $2. If you like
it?
that, yeah, if you like that kind of shit, definitely check it out for sure.
Hoochie Daddies all the way live. Hoochie Daddies come outside. Hoochie Daddies all the way live. Hoochie Daddies come outside.
So going from one dark and scary thing to another, we watched another episode of Hoochie Daddies.
Hoochie Daddies. Hoochie Daddies.
This one, I don't even remember what the fuck their challenge was.
This is the one that me and you spent like a good 20 minutes discussing because the more, which we now know, they refer to them as studs.
Yeah. Even though they're all kind of dude-ish.
Yeah.
There's apparently there's ones that are more dude-ish than the other ones.
I tried to compare it to the masc and femme gaze to men. So it's kind of the same thing. But I would love to have that discussion with them, honestly. Like, I'd like to see what parallels there would be. So, because I don't want to speak on something I don't know. But they were just getting all butthurt because they had to put balloons on their ass. And they had to,
that's what it was.
They had to hump him to pop it.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, we just need nothing, man. Did emasculating me and shit.
Yeah. The one
she got
chick.
Pissed.
Well, then she was complaining that her back hurt. This homegirl was ramming the shit out of her.
Yeah, and then there was Taz who just like, listen, I had a good time.
Yeah, they were like, I didn't know this whole stud on stud, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And so, Yeah, that turned into like half of the episode was
Yeah.
just them arguing about that. I just thought like this place was like Good Burger, and it's like I'm a dude, she's a dude, he's a dude, and we're all dudes. But apparently, there's more dudeish dudes than other ones.
Yeah, I would like to see what they considered themselves, but maybe we'll get into it as the season progresses. We're halfway through it now.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get to the one where they fight, where they have the boxing
Yeah.
ring, because that was in the preview.
I think that was the biggest thing for this episode. Like,
Yeah.
we entered the show with that first 5 minutes of the mumbled yelling about the
Yeah.
pistols.
Oh yeah, about who snitched that? About
Yeah.
they all had pistols. Then we're all like, damn,
This
they
is-
all had pistols.
This is why you can't have pistols
Yeah,
in a house like this.
yeah. They're like, I feel naked without my gun with me. Like, oh damn it! Like they literally all had guns.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, they were all still in the mid argument and trying to figure out who snitched about who had guns and who didn't, because they made them turn their guns in. But yeah, then it went to the balloon thing, and then it turned into this whole
Yeah, stud versus not stud.
debate thing.
The only thing after that, oh god, yeah, all of us cringed. Both of us cringed at the same. We said the same thing at the same time with the tug of war.
Oh yeah,
And they didn't. They tied it. They didn't. They didn't put shit on their. Some of them didn't put shit on their hands,
but they used the smallest rope. It was like
Yeah.
a fucking clothesline,
like a nylon rope.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is going to hurt.
and they
Oh.
fucking cut their hands like a motherfucker. Some of them did.
Oh my god. Yeah, because some of them took their shirts off and were using that as like padding,
Yeah.
but none of them like you're supposed to hook that shit to you and then pull.
Still, you have to have a thicker rope than that shit. The
Well-
minute I saw that rope, I'm like, that shit's gonna cut the fuck out of their hands.
We can't, Eric. Eric. They don't have mics for the contestants. I don't think they can spring for the better rope.
They're doing fucking. You said they're. Well, we know they're doing a season 2, and they're
Yeah.
doing.
The casting call
Yeah,
is already out.
yeah.
They're starting to show like casting videos, and then you were like, you should apply for that. I'm like, I'm not manly enough to be on Hoochie Daddies.
Are they showing them on TikTok or something?
Instagram. It's on the Instagram. I wished I had the. Actually, I'll look it up right now. Let's shout them up. Vamp for me, Eric.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, that was the two main things. It was them getting fucked up, and then just a lot of mumbling and talking shit about the stud thing and smoking blunts on the back porch.
Yep. It's Hoochie_Daddies on Instagram.
Right on.
Tubi got the best content. People, it's blown up now. I think people have heard it from us.
We made it popular. A random find that I went on there to go look for a fucking movie, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it turned into a whole thing.
My friend Brad that I was playing the Cats vs. Cthulhu yesterday with,
Uh,
I'm like, oh, Hoochie Daddies. He's like, I've heard of Hoochie Daddies. And I'm like, it's us. We did this.
we brought it to the mainstream.
Not that I'm trying to like colonize Hoochie Daddies or anything. I'm just glad that other people are watching the show because it's wonderful.
And we will still work on your show and make it a lot better quality than what it is.
Yeah, no
So
shit.
please hire us.
We can make it half the time, but better.
Yeah.
I promise.
Question of the day.
So the other day, you sent me a text asking a question, and then you're like, this would be a podcast thing of which Reese's do you prefer, the
yeah.
pumpkins or the eggs or whatever. And that could also, I mean, we'll answer the question, but that could also be mixed into of the question of what is your favorite piece of candy to find when you're going trick-or-treating when you're a kid, and what was the worst thing that you'd find to be like, motherfucker, I don't want this shit.
Worst one was licorice. Like any sort of licorice, those single Twizzlers.
Why?
They never tasted the same, dude.
Oh.
I don't know if it's just like the extra cellophane or something that was on them. They never tasted like Twizzlers to me, and you had a 50-50 shot. It was either going to be the softest, grossest piece of licorice you've ever eaten,
Or hard as fuck.
or you won't have a tooth when you're
Right.
done. So, period, end point, it's Twizzlers for me. Or sometimes you get the not Twizzlers.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
I don't
talking
know.
about red vines?
Yep.
Do you not... See, now...
That's a debate too, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, Mark and Matt had that when they had Jason on one time, Red Vines versus Twizzlers thing, and they were all Team Red Vines.
They're because they're white people. I got nothing else. But no, I fucking hate red vines.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. It's been a long time. Like, I remember it was a long time since I've had one. I think it's because they remind me of the fucking pull and peel Twizzlers, which I don't like.
They're weird too. Yeah, because they don't taste like real Twizzlers.
Yeah, they're just weird and awkward.
Why are we... It's kind of like string cheese. Like, some people would take it apart, the string cheese. No, just give me the string cheese. I'm going to eat it.
Right. But back to the Reese's. I don't think the shape changed anything.
It's a lie.
Yeah. Oh, that it doesn't change anything? Or
Yeah. Because the pumpkins, the footballs, and the eggs...
What footballs?
They have football ones now.
Oh, okay.
They bring them out for fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was unaware.
And it's only because they're just... Basically, I think they were trying to be like, yeah, these definitely aren't Reese eggs that we had left over.
Yeah.
Like, to say it's not like they have stitching or anything on them. They're just in
this shape?
the vague shape.
Yeah, they're fully the egg then. They're back stock on the eggs. Football season, get out of the eggs.
Yeah. Like they do with Jesus. Like, get him out of here. Jesus is coming, hide the eggs.
Yeah.
But they do that with footballs. Anyway, no, they taste better, I think, because they have more place for peanut butter. Like the trees and stuff, they have to edge, so it's more
Yeah.
chocolate. Just give me the peanut butter.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I mean, I think eggs are going to be my favorite next to pumpkins.
I would have to agree on that one.
I do love it. Ultimately, though, so I don't like a Snickers. We've already been over this because I've been on the Marky Mark and Matty Ice podcast saying I don't like the Snickers. What I do like, though, is that Christmas time, they have either the trees or the Santa faces of Snickers. Those are 20 times better than a Snickers bar.
I've never seen those.
The next time they come out, like this year, I'll get them for us. They're
Okay.
great. I don't know why they taste different, but they do. Like, you'd have a Snickers, and you're like, yeah, I guess it's a Snickers. It's fine.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't know if it's because they make them seasonally, so they're more fresh.
Yeah.
They didn't just come out of Mr. Snickers' basement.
Mr. Snickers.
That's what we're going to call that old guy that's at the house.
Mr. Snickers. Ew. Ew.
Hello, I'm Mr. Snickers.
I've been trapped in here forever.
A candy bar. See, there you go. Now you can put it as the...
No, it's still freaking me out just thinking about it. I took that photo on my phone and I sent it to you, and then I immediately deleted it off my phone because I thought I was going to transfer through and, like, come here.
Come on, you have to put it as the episode thing, and then it's just called Mr. Snickers.
I think my least favorite candy find and stuff is going to be, like, those fucking bottle caps that are supposed to be, like, kind of like Smarties, but they're fucking big. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I like those.
Oh, I'm not a huge fan of, like, the Smarties either. Sweet Tarts are okay.
Okay.
I like Sweet Tarts over Smarties. I don't think they're the same thing. But, like...
No, they're pretty close.
The only thing that Smarties was good for was, like, dropping them in, like, a thing of Coke and watching it fizz away. Like, that was like, the only thing that I enjoyed with those, really.
Does that work for those, too?
Yeah, they don't blow up like Mentos. They
Oh,
just
okay.
kind of just fucking make it all fizzy and they fucking go away.
That's what I was trying to think. I'm like, I don't think I've ever put those in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The boy and his mom love fucking Smarties. That's, like, their favorite shit. But, like I said, I like Sweet Tarts, but...
That's fine.
Favorite thing, though... Fuck. It's like a mixture. I'd have to say... Although, that goes back to the debate that things don't taste the same anymore.
It's true.
Would be Butterfingers.
I miss them so much when they were good.
And, remember Butterfinger BBs?
Oh, those were the shit, too.
Yeah. Or, like, Kit Kats. And, like, that kind of shit when that was, like, my...
So, all I can think of now is, like, the Butterfinger BBs. My dad used to tell me that Butterfinger BBs were like Butterfinger rabbit turds. And I believed him for the longest time. I'm like, wow, they're selling rabbit turds. But they
They're
weren't.
so delicious.
Yeah. I'm like, I should get a rabbit.
That would have been fucking gross if you would have got a rabbit and then seriously try to eat the turds. It's like you're just waiting for the day for it to shit. Like, yes.
Disclaimer.
Do not
I
eat
didn't
rat.
actually. Yeah. Don't do them, and B, I did not do that. So it's jokes. We tell jokes. Please don't eat your rabbit's ass.
I've got a gift for you.
That's Mr. Snickers.
Mr. Snickers is just a fucking rabbit
With a fucking top hat.
Now I don't know which one to use as fucking Mr. Snickers.
They're both good.
So continuing with the the spooky season shit. You good? You breathe now?
I burped like 11 times.
Oh. You ever heard of the band Ice Nine Kills?
No?
That they're literally all their music is just fucking horror movie based.
Wait, I think you showed me something of theirs before.
Okay. I can show you some again real quick.
Oh, wait. Are we going to get the sound effect?
Yeah.
Hold up.
So yeah, that was that band.
Not me immediately, like, pulling out Spotify and following them.
But yeah, their whole like first album is like a series of videos that are like telling a bunch of like a story, basically that the fucking lead singer is like a serial killer, and that dude therapist guy is like following him, trying to catch him, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But so then that leads into another thing, because I did also get a message or two about the fucking DMS about spooky season shit.
Yeah.
And one of them was Freddy over Jason. Like the greater than less than sign.
Ooh, ooh, hang on, burp.
Yeah.
I didn't mute. Leave it in. I see. So even in Freddy vs. Jason the movie, I need context. Like if we're talking like in Mortal Kombat where they're just meeting up, Jason's gonna beat his ass.
I just meant in general. I think.
Oh.
I think the question in general was which was better. They're saying that Freddy is a better like killer in a movie than Jason.
I see. I'm gonna say Jason is better only because the history of Freddy Krueger is kind of ooh. So.
Oh, because the
yeah. Overall, like ooh. I give that probably. I think Freddy is more scary, but I like Jason better. We're gonna give him that. At least he's a monster that just wants to murder people and not like diddle little kids.
But it's different because I think Freddy attacks you in your sleep too. You can't really fucking.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
You can't fend off your fucking dreams besides staying awake, which watching the movies you saw never really worked.
Yeah.
And
The Simpsons even proved that wrong.
what?
They did a Nightmare on Elm Street for the Treehouse of Horror.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
What happened?
The
just try to
kids
stay
beat
awake?
them. Yeah.
Oh.
Eventually. I mean, that's the way it always works. It's not like it ended up being Groundskeeper Willie was Freddy Krueger, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you in your sleep."
I don't know. Myself, I'm more towards Michael Myers fan.
Michael Myers is a bitch.
Out of the two. Why?
Don't watch the new movies.
I watched them.
You still like them? Like Halloween Kills and Evil Dies Tonight.
I mean, the movies weren't great, but I mean, he's still.
Yeah. I think we can stop at Halloween H2O just because Busta Rhymes is in it. We need to rewatch Halloween H2O because I think it's going to be a masterpiece now.
With Kung Fu Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Which one was the one? The one that Rob Zombie did was good.
The first one was good.
Yeah, when he was a kid and then he
Yeah.
was all fucking giant in the fucking penitentiary and got loose and shit.
Yeah.
But I might have to say Jason too, just because But Freddy is scarier. So I mean, if you're going for spooky season, technically you want scarier.
I mean, I don't know what's scarier about a child molester that can get into your dreams. Honest to God, I don't want to say that that's better. So there's that. I don't know. Like, I think they're going to be equal because I'm putting myself in both of those positions.
Right.
If a child molester invaded my dreams, I'd be like, oh, fuck this. But if I'm in the woods, which, why are we in the woods?
Right.
But if we just happen to be there and there's some guy after us,
right.
Fuck that.
No.
So it's equal. I don't want either of those things equally. So, I don't know. I'll get this. I'll still give the badge to Jason.
Yeah.
But you're right there, Freddy. But get help.
Yeah. The child enjoys Jason. He knows everything about everything for fucking all the fucking Friday the 13th movies. That's like his jam.
That's awesome.
And you can always tell when it's getting close to Halloween because all of a sudden he'll start watching clips from the movies and shit. Like I was watching something on like one of the channels on YouTube where they play like old commercials and shit because I was trying to find and one of them was like old Halloween like time commercials when commercials used to be sweet because they played the one with the fucking the Nuggets all dressed up as like the vampire and the fucking thing, the McDonald's fucking commercials that were fucking fun as fuck back in the day.
I feel bad that kids won't have that feeling like we had. Like, you knew it was time. We started seeing those commercials. You're gonna go get your boo bucket.
Yeah, that's what it was a commercial for. Was the fucking? And I didn't know they had cookie cutters on the fucking lids.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, the little lid. I guess the one that I was watching, they showed they're like a cookie cutter lid. Like you could take the top off to have the hole where you can put your candy in. That fucking lid that comes off is a fucking cookie cutter.
Oh damn.
But a fucking one of the Friday the 13th movie commercials came on for like an in theaters now thing, and he's like, "Is that?" Knew exactly which one it was from just the trailer.
Damn.
I'm like, I don't know, I guess, and it popped up like part 4 or something. He's like, "Yep, I was right." I'm like, "Damn, okay." But yeah,
You gotta get your kid on Horror Soup there. Shout out Caleb.
If they ever covered, if they ever did the fucking Friday the 13th movies, he knows all of them.
Except, your kid wouldn't eat dog food to be on that show either. So
no, he wouldn't. He'd just look at you weird and be like, "Never mind.
yeah,
I'm good on that. I'm partly white, but not all the way there."
you've taught him well.
I've been in the danger zone.
-5 stars.
And now, it's time for Eric's Wrestling Corner.
So Rick's gonna be continuing doing the Eric's Wrestling Corner on YouTube. It's I always fuck up your name.
It's not charted.
Yeah, on YouTube, and I need to find something good since I had to suffer through fucking
Mr. Snickers.
scary ass Mr. Snickers in the fucking movie that we watched. So I haven't picked anything out yet because I'm trying to. There's been a couple of things that I watched that were already kind of messed up, and then some shit that I haven't seen yet. Because the one that I made a note of was this exploding barbed wire death match that they did in Tijuana, where
So for sure, we're just gonna have to keep that. You have to be 18 to watch this. Sorry, everybody else.
and but yeah. So make sure check out the YouTube, watch those when he puts those up, watch him suffer through. The last one he watched our friend Mongo get smashed with light tubes and get dropped on his head.
And Mongo's a cryptid now. He doesn't know that, but he's a cryptid.
What is that?
A cryptid?
Yeah.
It's like cryptozoology, things that like we haven't quite identified through science, like Bigfoot.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some weird Bitcoin thing or something.
Mongo's an NFT now.
Yeah.
Shout out Mongo for being an NFT. Corner your own market, bud.
Yeah. But continue sending us any spooky season ideas. I think maybe the next thing we should watch, since we already talked about the house on here, is watch The Haunting of the... He made one on Dice Road, the house on Dice Road.
Yeah, we probably should have done that first since we've talked about it.
I didn't think about it till after. But we should watch that one next. And that one's free on Amazon.
Hell yeah. You know what else is free on Tubi right now?
What?
The Amityville Death Toilet.
Oh, yeah. You show... That fucking trailer, the fucking whatever knife, the tinfoil knife in the toilet was too much.
It's gonna be so bad.
And just the whole thing was just I hope
That's one we're for sure gonna have to have a watch party for. Like, we'll invite John over.
It's
gonna be great. Full Ted.
Yeah, that whole
Look
thing
out
was
for that
fucking
sometime
rough.
soon.
Yeah.
Except I'm probably gonna have to get drunk to make notes on that. So
Why?
otherwise I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck is happening? Like, you need to be in the mood for that kind of thing, you know?
I mean, that's what I kept saying watching the trailer. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, is that supposed to be a fucking knife? That tinfoil thing just swiping back and
Yep.
forth, and he's like, ah! Like, the fucking toilet paper fucking trying to choke him.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
I can't wait.
I hope that shit was 10 ply. Otherwise, it would have tore easily. If that shit's that fucking Save-A-Lot toilet paper,
Good luck.
yeah, you'd have fucking ripped right away.
It's just giving you, like, oh yeah,
What?
my gnarly, like, paper cut.
Oh.
That's what it's gonna give you. It's gonna give you toilet paper cuts. Oh,
On your asshole? Is that what you just thought about?
no.
Or you-
That's the horror movie. Listen, Death Toilet series, because there's a series of movies
Seriously?
about death toilets.
Oh, fuck.
Like, can you imagine getting, like, on your taint? Well, because I quit the show after that. After just that one guy, not bare-assed. Like, if it was bare-assed, like, on the actual hole, you got, like, a...
Yeah.
when you pooped, it would sting.
Those Taki shits would be the worst.
Because there's going to be 3 of them, minimal. And that's fire? No.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning into the show, everybody. Before we can get into this any longer.
Make sure you use extra soft toilet paper.
Or get a bidet.
Yeah.
Shout out to bidets who, need to sponsor me. That's the sponsor we need, honestly.
Just bidets.
Yeah.
What is that? The brand it's called?
Well, there's different brands of
Oh.
bidet. Bidet is the instrument.
Oh, okay.
It's like a rake. I don't know why I went rake first.
It's like a rake.
It's a rake for your asshole.
Ew. That's how you get cuts on your asshole.
Lots. I don't know how this has turned into what awful things have happened to your ass, chat. But anyway, thanks for tuning into the show, and we thank you for being here at Amityville Studios. You can follow us on all my socials are not charted except for Twitch. I am not _charted, which I said I was going to do Twitch stuff, and it hasn't happened yet. Stuff's set up in my office. I just don't have any time because I work 50 hours a week.
Right.
But you can also follow the show at Wider Range of Convo at Instagram. And you can check out the YouTube, which is I'm Just Not Charted, which we already said on there. Eric is _Eric __989, I think. Somewhere around there. It's Eric and underscores and 989.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Shout out to that Steve for that show. Or the
movie.
Yeah. Which we're probably going to give you more shout outs next week if we're going to do Dice Road.
Yeah, we'll watch that one.
At some point. We'll see people like this one. If not, I'm still going to do it.
Well, I mean, you already did the research. We talked about it. We might as well watch it.
Yeah. I did do that. Anyway, Eric, what do you got for us?
I think you covered it all. Like I said, just keep sending us any other spooky ideas, topics, things.
I broke my cup.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out your local Halloween Spirit. Because ours is open here now. Have you gone already?
Shout out Alicia. I know the manager there.
Oh, there was somebody there that was pissed when we were there about somebody else working. She was like, I ain't putting up with this shit no more. I'm over. I'm like,
Damn.
we're like walking through like, holy fuck, okay.
I didn't know that the tea was being spilt at Spirit, but here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, there was a dude, it's like one of those when Ron Swanson goes to Spirit Halloween and he's just like, I know more than you. You know? That's how I am at Spirit Halloween. I mean, I did the analogy wrong, but you get what I'm saying. And I'm like, the guy's like, he just shows up with his hands folded in front of him, and he's like as tall as I am, and he's like, hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I think it's the same guy that walked up to us.
He's like, okay, if you need any help, let me know.
Yeah.
And I know he's just trying to be nice and everything, but I'm like, you're giving Lurch
Right.
from Adam's Family, and I need you to calm down for a second.
I knew he was coming. Yeah. Did he
Again,
have
he does his job great, but I'm
Did he
just
have
like, God
glasses?
damn. Yeah.
Okay, then it was the same dude. Yeah, because I was over looking at one thing, and Rachel and the child were looking over at stuff, trying to get ideas for what he was going to be for Halloween. And I saw him go to one person, and then I saw him go up to another person and called her ma'am, which I'm not 100% sure she was a ma'am, because she looked kind of irritated when he goes, hello, ma'am. And then hit them up saying the same thing, like, welcome to Halloween Spirit, is there anything I can do for you? And I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna come over and talk to me. Yeah, sure enough, all creepy as fuck, came up, is there anything, if you need anything, let me know. I'm like, nah, I'm with them, I'm just checking everything out, dude. And he's like, okay. But yeah, he's good at his job, he was nice, he was just fucking gave creeper vibes.
Yep.
Which I guess if you're working in a Halloween store, works.
I guess that is, yeah. Maybe you want that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a prerequisite.
You must be creepy as possible. Somebody call Mr. Snickers. He'll be their number one salesman.
I no shit. I want to be Mr. Snickers for Halloween now.
Please don't show up here. Anyway, thanks again. Please share, like all the episodes. Let our audience grow. All new people are welcome. Anybody that you think might enjoy our dumbness or just needs some fucking stupid shit to play in the background while they're doing dishes or something. Also, try to get Hoochie Daddies to follow us so we can be famous.
I just want to be added by them once.
Yeah, right. So yeah, probably do the House on Dice Road next time. Other than that, we will check y'all when we see y'all. Later.
Peace.
Caught something in the parlor area, and so here is the door opening slowly, and you will see what looks to be the face of a gentleman off in the back, and at the same time his hand is
Oh, fuck no!
Now, if you go and look at investigators' photographs, sometimes you will see every now and then, you'll see like a purple streak somewhere.
Yeah.
No one has ever seen that entire face. We just usually get an orb.
Hey,
of
we're
the
cuddling tonight,
This
kid.
guy's face
We are
and
cuddling.
part of his hand.
Fuck
And the reason
no.
we think he's performed a plot
It's still on the screen.
is because
Fucking ew.
his face or his body
No,
appears
look,
to be on
don't-
those
it's-
stairs there. But his hand is
Look at him.
at the same